Okay, so the date of release of Grand Cross is finally public. I've had this info for a bit now, but I didn't know if I could say it publicly, although Kabuki did. So it wasn't that much of a secret anymore. But most people didn't believe him. I didn't believe him at first either. But so someone else told me that it was true. It was actually March 3rd. But yeah, Grand Cross official date is March 3rd. We've known, because a lot of people didn't know, but some of the more inside people like me did know about the release date. Speaking of Kabuki, I'm gonna use some of his tweets right here because there are a lot of things I couldn't show you, but I think he couldn't show either, but he doesn't care. Like, this man just doesn't care. So he posted this. So and I warned him that I was gonna steal his tweets, so he knows I'm gonna use this. So there some of the people that were actually invited to promote the game. I can't say who are the people. Of course, Kabuki, he's been public about this, so I can say, right? Kabuki is one of the people that actually were invited to advertise the game. I wasn't, so I can say it. I can say all these things I'm gonna say right now in this video. Why I wasn't is because my sub count's small. That's why. But yeah, so they've had a early version of the Grand Cross Global. Kabuki said he has it for 2 weeks, but one of the other people I talked to said they had it for a month. So maybe some people got it a little bit earlier. But the people that actually got the version, they got me some info as well. And I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't want to get them in trouble, and I'm not gonna say anything that could make them in trouble. So, Grand Cross Global, we have some of the actual names I wanted to see. So, as you can see, I don't like the font they use, but in this it looks a bit better. Then maybe it's because I already got used to it, but when they were showing some of the clips, it looked like really bad. Can I get? I click the profile. Can I get one of the clips? There was a particular. Okay. Does it look a little bit different on this? No. Guess I just got used to it. I don't like this font, by the way. Maybe in Japanese it just looks cooler. I don't know, because it's Japanese. But this font's a bit wacky. But yeah, so we got the menu here, and yeah, some of the stuff that I can say. So when I initially, right, when I was asking about all the stuff, I was told that the game was gonna be synced, not how. So quality of life, the version that the people got were 0.2.8. The version that we have right now is 1.1.28. I'm assuming when Global actually comes out, this will not be the version that will be given to us, 0.2.8, because it was like an early test. Maybe they gave this for people because maybe they thought people didn't know about Grand Cross because it's Japanese. I don't know, but maybe just to play for a video or something. But here's what's coming with this version. Not gonna show the text here, but you hear me. Let me go back to this screen right here. So quality of life, a bunch of it's coming. Pretty much everything quality of life wise, apparently. This could be actually incorrect, but anvils and hammers, particularly anvils, are in the game, in the global version. So that's fantastic because anvils are a big thing. Not, like, if you don't know, when the game came out, you could only reroll SSR gear with gems, which is like a big deal, right? Having anvils that you can reroll for free without any gems is just so good. And the anvils are so good, but in the beginning of the game, you won't really be able to get that many anvils, just because of the nature of the game. More end game is when you get like a bunch of anvils, right? A lot of people ask me, oh, how do you get so many anvils? Well, you get 100 from the guild boss, you get some anvils from Training Cave as well. You get anvils from summoning on the with the PvP things that you get, and also you can buy anvils in the PvP shop. So that's a lot of ways you can get, but as an early player, you won't have a lot of these means of getting anvils. Especially hammers. Hammers you really just get from the what's it called, the Training Cave. You can get from summoning on the gold banner, but it's so rare. Pretty much that. Character wise, so I was told, right, that a Netmarble rep was were saying that the characters were gonna be a little bit synced, but apparently it's not really the case. It's gonna be mostly day one characters with some extra characters. But don't say what characters are. Some extra characters more than just the day one. So if I'm honest, I even made a tweet about it. Oh, I'm scared to open the Twitter main page. No. Okay, good. I even made a tweet about it. Okay, here it is. For new players coming out, I would reroll for counter melee. So counter melee is, if you're new to the game and just watching for the news, is I have the game open right here. It's this unit right here. Wherever he is. Here. It's this unit right here. This unit is really good. It does have a counter card that the least health you have, the more damage you do. It's like, he's like the best unit for story mode, which story mode is a big deal on the game. Like, it's a very difficult mode, especially starting out. And then say for Helbram. Why I say Helbram? It's because Helbram is actually in the easiest, I want to say, comp in the game. Helbram is it's this one. There's two Helbrams. It's the red one. Wherever he is. I hate this menu, dog. It's so... Oh, I found him. Here. This guy. So he has a Petrify card, which enables the enemy to play for a turn, or two if you get the level 3, but it's harder. If you combine him with Golfer, which ranks up cards, and with Blue King, which you get from story mode, it's such an easy team to make as a beginner player, and you're gonna be doing really well in PvP. So it's like... That's how I recommend things going. I think it's cancerous, by the way. It's very cancerous to run this team, but it's winning is winning, you know. So I guess. Yeah, I was gonna say don't reroll SSR gear with gems. Anvils are in the game. Although, actually, if you're a beginner player, what I recommend is actually to do this. So you can make a full R set for characters in the beginning of the game, as you can't. Let me get a character. Okay, Ellie Hawk right here. She has a full R set. If I open here, so it shows as SR because I upgraded from R to SR, but R gear you can re-roll with gold. So just saving your anvils for whenever you're more end game, and you can actually like re-roll good SSR gear could be better, could be more beneficial. Just stuff that old players know that it's good to tell new players. I think that was it for that. Let me close my profile right here. Other things, if there's any characters you should be saving for the global version, I think Esteros is really good, but like he just came out on JP, and again, they could pick up the pace, right, and just sink in eventually, but it's gonna take a while, so I wouldn't recommend something saving for him. Maybe you want to save for Green Escanor. He's a fantastic unit. He's like one of the best units in the game. He's like very versatile as well. Let me open my box again. He's very, very versatile. Arthur's a good unit. He comes out a little bit after the game actually comes out. Maybe he will come with the game, actually. Lilia, definitely. Lilia and Blue Diameli are very good. But again, kind of like, they release after Green Escanor, so it could take a while for them to actually come out on global. Again, we don't know how they're going to pick up the pace, because as far as I was aware, they were actually going to have like characters synced up. Like, maybe not every character, but most of them, so... It was a very, it was a bit of a shock that it's not, and that actually like coincides. I'm gonna have to open my profile again. It's always a mess. I don't want to show anything that I can't show on the video. I'm saying like, you know what I mean. If you follow me on Twitter, you know what I mean. But yeah, okay. So recently I got to 190k CP with my main account, and I was just like, dog, I don't want to do that again on global. Like it's so much of an effort. So. Personally, I'm just gonna play global casually, especially now that we know it's not gonna be 100% synced, because again, as I was aware, the characters were gonna be a little synced, so I was gonna, like, my plan was re-roll for Green Escanor, and then just save for Lilia. That was my plan, but since it's not gonna be how it was supposed to be, I guess I'm just gonna re-roll for Connor Malley and save for Helbram. It's just the best way to go. And characters, oh, I almost forgot to say, story mode, only up until chapter 5 is the story mode, how it's going when the game comes out. Again, that was actually already hinted by the game itself, by the trailers. They had a little trailer here. Yeah. Here. Only up until chapter 5. Chapter 6 was a closed No, they have chapter 6 here, maybe on the build, right? The build that the people had for the game, you only have up until chapter 5. So again, a lot of this stuff could be like incorrect when the game comes out because this build was very early, like 0.2.8. They could just release the game of like 1.1 or something, like a very much a recent build. Okay, so that was it. One thing that I wanted to point out is actually this. So the book has showed this, and whenever he makes his video, he's probably gonna show more. But one thing I wanted to show is this. So CP combat points is actually called combat class. Let me zoom in. It's actually called combat class, and penetration is called pierce rate. I was actually talking to a buddy of mine. I said that if they rename penetration, I was gonna be so upset, and they did. It's pierce rate. So how it is, how people used to call, is penetration, right? So also what people used to call patience, which was the worst name ever, is called the resistance, regeneration rate. But isn't this? I think it was how people would call it. I'm actually pulling up a character here just so you know. Yeah, just regeneration, crit chance, crit damage. That goes. Crit resistance, crit defense, recovery. Yeah, the rest is like all correct. The one thing they changed, like pierce rate. I prefer penetration, but I guess pierce rate makes more sense. Okay, that was it. I'm excited for Global, of course, as always. March 3rd is gonna be a big date. It's gonna be a lot of things to do. I'm gonna be playing the game a lot. Like monetary wise, I'm probably just gonna stay like spending on JP how I do, like just buying the weekly packs. Oh, by the way, if you're gonna plan on spending money on the global version, I recommend buying the weekly packs and not like the actual like gems, because if I actually want to show here in the shop, right, there's like the gems you can buy right from this, but these are horrible. These are terrible. Like these ones, if you want to be pay to play, these are the ones, right? This one's like 25 bucks and you get like 170, and this one is 8 and you get like 59, which is like 2 multis for 8 bucks. It's really good value. Okay, that was it.